Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Radiant Black podcast. This is the show where we talk about Radiant Black and the Massiveverse. Radiant Black, of course, created by Kyle Higgins and Marcelo Costa. Today, it's a big day for us over at the Radiant Black podcast because these are two amazing guests that we've wanted to have on the show for a long time. One of them, we've had him on before. It was one of the best episodes we've ever done. And another one, it's the first time we've had him on. It's a big day for us. We are super, super happy to have him on. You guys know them. They don't need any introduction. We've got the co-creator of Raidant Black, Marcelo Costa, and we've got Eduardo Ferigato, who's done so much for Radiant Black, including being the artist that works in tandem with Marcelo. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here they are. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
We're good. How are you?
Good. This is, we've been wanting you guys on for a long time. Yeah.
Been looking forward to this for a long time. Welcome to the Reading Black. Well, welcome back, Eduardo, and welcome Marcelo for the first time.
Thank you.
Very excited to have you guys.
Yeah. So, guys,
the first time I went here, it was just audio, right?
I think so. Yeah. Before we started doing video.
We did. Wait, was it audio?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God, I think it was.
Yeah. There were no cameras. We were on StreamYard, but no cameras on. So
you guys
nice to see each other over. Nice to see each other over the airwaves this time.
Yeah.
So, guys, before we start, let's talk about the obvious. Marcelo, you just went to New York Comic Con. What was your trip like? Did you have a good time? Did you have fun?
Oh, and I try to speak, but my English is terrible. Eduardo, help me in sometimes. Please, Eduardo, translate for me.
Yeah, I'll be your translator.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll translate everything wrong for you.
Yeah. I will study, I promise, but in this time, my English is the middle.
Você entendeu o que eles perguntaram da New York Comic Con?
Não muito.
Eles perguntaram o que você achou da New York, como foi a experiência de estar na New York Comic Con?
New York Comic Con is amazing. It's big. So much artists which I love, and is amazing, guys. I don't have another form to explain this. It's good to was good to in New York Comic Con this last year. Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask you guys is, I think we saw on the social media that you missed your flight. So was everything okay? Were you able to make it back okay?
Você perdeu o seu voo, você postou na mídia social que você perdeu o seu voo. Deu tudo certo? Você conseguiu voltar?
I lost the first day, but for 13 hours of delay.
13 hours?
13 hours. Too much.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm very hungry about this.
Yeah, I understand. They happen to you all the time. Yeah.
But
I've been to
before that is okay. After, right?
Yeah, after.
It's okay. I see all the friends and artists. And so good.
Yeah, I saw pictures of you with Kyle and with Kelly and everyone. You guys looked like you were having a really good time. So yeah. Eduardo, I gotta say, man, so first of all, guys, just for everyone listening, we are gonna talk spoilers, okay? So make sure you've caught up on the Catalyst War, you've read everything, because we're gonna spoil everything. we're gonna spoil a lot, okay? Okay, so Eduardo, we've seen the cover for Radiant Black 31. Gorgeous cover by you. I love the blue background, especially. Something really cool about it. It's like, I don't know, it just really sticks out, especially since the last few covers, they had very different color palettes. So really cool to see that. I just want to say, we know that you're a Marshall lover. Like, we know you're voted for Marshall. You're a Marshall guy just like us. Were you really happy to do that cover? Like, did you love doing that? You enjoy it?
everybody here is Team Marshall. Only Marcelo is Team Nathan.
Marcel, yes,
Ah.
yes, we're all Team Marshall.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Marcelo. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Not surprised. Not surprised. Makes sense. Makes sense though.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
yeah. I
Creative
really,
first one.
I have a connection with Marshall, because yeah,
the hair is similar, right?
yeah. We have the same hair, and we are both young and in our 30s.
Oh,
Because
yeah, man.
I happened to enter the Radiant Black series. I think you guys know the stories already, because Marcelo had his hand hurt.
Yeah.
So I happened to enter the series right when Marshall gets the Radiant. Right after Marshall getting the Radiant and being Radiant Black. So and then I was with Marshall for issue 9, the very emotional issue where Nathan is in the hospital. So I've been following Marshall along this series. So and I always enjoyed Marshall more also, because I can see how people like Nathan. Nathan is the more traditional hero, like a Peter Parker hero, responsible, but I like more fucked up characters, and Marshall is very fucked up. So
Yeah.
he's a good character to do things with, and I used to joke with Kyle and Michael that I have my version of Marshall in my head. Then he wants to do things in the comic, and sometimes Marshall will not do that. Like the moment when Marshall meets Premier for the first time and he goes to punch him, that was me. I was like, Marshall will try to
I love
punch him.
That's great.
And this, no, I don't know if it's sometimes Kyle wins the discussions most of the times, of course, but this time was like, oh man, let me put Marshall trying to punch him. It's the Marshall thing. He would do it. He would try it. He's impulsive and all. So that was on me, and yeah, I really like Marshall. And when we went for 31, we were having ideas for the cover, and one of them was to just show Marshall, a close up of Marshall as Radiant Black to start this new phase of the series, right? With Marshall as Radiant Black. Our boy.
Amazing.
It's funny.
Our
You
boy
say
Marshall.
Yeah, our boy, 100%.
There we go.
Yeah.
Like what makes it even more special now that I think about it is Radiant Black number 5 is a big key issue. It's the first appearance of all the other Radiants. It's the first issue that Eduardo does interiors on, though he does do the cover for 4. So it's not the first issue that he did work. He did the cover for 4, but it's the first issue he does interiors. And it's also the same issue where my letter got published in the issue. So it's like, it's a very meaningful issue to me personally.
That's cool.
So yeah, like I love that. And yeah, thank you for that. Guys, I know you have questions, so hit them with them.
Yes, I actually just thought of this one since you brought it up, Eduardo. What's one thing that you wanted Marshall to do that got shut down, or your favorite thing, I guess, that you had to let go of?
Let me try to remember some. There's a lot of I don't know if I will remember exactly. Oh, there's like Marshall. Every time Marshall appears naked on the Existence, I wanted him to say like, what's all this naked stuff? What's all that? Can you put us with clothes? Is it not like the future or something like that? So
just
kind
a
of
little
thing.
smoke,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love the Marshall characterization.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. One question I was really curious to ask Marcelo actually is about the Blacklight issues, issue 10 and issue 24.
Okay.
I just wanted to know, what was it like for you getting to see your art with these kind of crazy colors? What did you think when you saw that?
So I will say to Eduardo respond for me. Eduardo, fala que foi incrível e o Igor fez um trabalho muito bom ali junto com as cores, né? E eu acho que foi uma HQ muito foda, assim, muito incrível para entrar, né, no mercado. Foi um negócio, o Caio é muito inventivo, então ele criou algo muito diferente ali e foi muito foda desenhar essa HQ. Mas ao mesmo tempo foi muito difícil. Eu posso dar a resposta 2 depois disso. Pode ser?
Yeah, I'll translate this first part, then you will have another part. He said it was very exciting to work on this innovative issue that Kyle has come up with, and that Igor made a tremendous work on it, and they did a lot of experimentations. Igor was very patient, very, they were trying colors, and then they sent to print, see what it works, and then he would have to rethink because some colors wouldn't work on the black light and all, and also because it was very difficult for him to work on this issue because he had a lot of challenges of design and graphic style of art. It was very hard for him to develop these things,
And foi muito difícil desenhar porque o Caio ele falava assim, ele não escrevia passo a passo, ele dizia, nessa página o Raidant Black vai estar sentindo isso. Então foi muito difícil criar algo que estava na cabeça do escritor, entende? Mas foi muito divertido ao mesmo tempo.
Yeah, he said that it was hard also because Kyle had a very open script, and wasn't very specific on what was happening on the pages. Just some things like on this page, Marshall will have these emotion or that emotion, and then Marcelo would need to translate that into existence and the styles that was going on and all. So, e você curtiu ver a revista pronta depois na sua mão e tal?
Pra caralho, porque eu acho que foi a mais difícil que eu desenhei. E quando eu acendi a luz negra, eu falei, puta que pariu, isso foi foda demais.
Yeah, and he said it was since it was so hard to draw the issue, when he had the chance to finally see it on the black light, it is for him the most incredible issue that he did so far in terms of challenge,
Yes.
And also he said that I am the best artist on Radiant Black, and I just kidding.
Of course. I guess I have
just kidding, Marcel.
Yeah, of course. Marcel, okay. I've always wanted.
Sorry, boss.
No worries. Yeah, Marcelo, we all know that originally you started out as I have the question here. You started out as a colorist during your beginning work, but you're also an amazing artist. So was the transition for you from colorist to artist a difficult one? Did you find that the pace and the expectations of the work changed, or was it easy for you?
Entendeu? Se foi difícil para você passar da transição de colorista para desenhista?
Não, entendi. Não foi difícil porque eu já era desenhista antes. E quando eu decidi entrar no mercado de quadrinhos, eu quis entrar como colorista primeiro. Aí eu passei por uma fase, depois eu decidi trabalhar como desenhista. Então eu fui por etapas, mas eu sempre fui mais desenhista do que colorista. Né? Tanto que a gente se conheceu dessa forma, né? Mas eu amo fazer as duas coisas. Eu amo trabalhar com cores também. Mas não foi difícil.
Yeah, it wasn't hard because Marcelo was always an artist, a penciler, you would say, a penciler and an inker. Here in Brazil, when we meet, we were both working on self-publishing comics here in Brazil. He was already doing also great publications here in Brazil. One called Capitão Feio, that is from Maurício de Souza Produções, one of the biggest printing studios here in Brazil. So he was that one. He was already a good artist, you know. But since it's hard to enter the American market, he first entered as a colorist, you know, because he was good at coloring, and he started getting jobs as a colorist, and then just later he entered as an artist, you know. But he was always drawing already, you know. But he enjoys doing colors also, just colors. But yeah.
Before I pass on to Annie or Charlie, I have one quick question. So, like, guys, you both are some of my favorite artists working right now. I love both of your work. I love rereading the book, seeing like your techniques. I love even like issue 30.5 when you're both penciling the issues, looking at the different techniques you use, how you make the styles meld together, because you know you're really good at drawing this, like, you know, having your own take, but also making it similar to the aesthetic that Marcelo is putting in the book to keep the integrity of the book. So I guess my question is, if you guys, like, do you have desire to work for Marvel or DC in the future?
Você tem vontade de trabalhar para Marvel ou para DC no futuro, Marcelo?
Eu tenho, pode responder primeiro. É para você ou para mim a pergunta?
Para nós dois.
Responde primeiro, depois eu respondo.
Yeah, I like the idea of working for Marvel or DC or any one of the big ones, you know. But I gotta say, I'm most inclined to self-publishing. Not self-publishing. Like Image is not self-publishing, you know. It's what would you call author?
Creator owned.
Creator owned. Yeah, I'm most inclined to creator owned comics. Of course, if a good proposition come and like, do you want to draw Batman? Do you want to draw, like, I don't know, Daredevil or Wolverine? I think I would do it, you know. But in the long run, my heart is in creator owned, you know, and doing my own stuff, and I think it's the best career choice for an artist, because, and since I'm getting to my 50s now, I want to have my IPs, and not just working on other people's IPs and being just I don't know. Like I said, if some cool gig comes up, I would do it with pleasure. But on the long run, I prefer the creator-owned comics. You know.
You see Marcelo's Absu Batman the other day. It was very good.
yeah, I saw it.
I just say, DC Comics, if you're watching, he's really good. He's really, really good. All right, thank you. I respect that, honestly.
What about you, Marcelo?
I will try to say that. I love Raidant Black and draw Raidant Black, but I also love characters I love in child, right? The kids. I love.
You were a child,
yeah. I love Wolverine. Wolverine is my favorite character. Always in X-Men. My first comic in kids, what I see was X-Men, and when I see Wolverine, John Byrne, Wolverine, Dave Cockrum, I say, man, what? This guy is awesome, right? The yellow is my favorite color. This guy is awesome. Is my favorite, and so Wolverine is my. I think I will draw Wolverine and Robin, the DC Comics Robin. I love Robin too. I don't know why, but I love Robin. I don't.
Yeah, you would kick ass doing Robin, you know.
I don't like so much Batman. I think Batman is too much for me. But I love Robin and Nightwing too.
Ooh, cool.
Nightwing's my favorite character, Robin too. So I get it.
Yeah?
I'm with
Marshall
you.
looks
Yeah,
like
love that.
Nightwing, right?
Yeah, Marshall
A little bit,
looks like-
yeah.
Marshall
Yeah,
looks like Nightwing.
Yeah.
You know, when I saw Marcelo the other day, he posted the Absolute Batman and the Gambit, and the Gambit is like beautiful. Like you can tell that he read John Byrne and that was his shit, because you could tell like you see the influence in the work, which is amazing. And I'm just saying, look, I'm gonna say again, Marvel, get this man on a Wolverine or X-Men book, but do it after Radiant Black. Okay, don't take him away from us.
Yes.
Don't take him away from us, please. We need him after Radiant Black. Give him all the X-Men he wants. Trust me, he'll kick ass on X-Men.
No, definitely. I mean, you can't go wrong with John Byrne or Cochran. Those like classic
Yeah.
X-Men at its best.
Man, is my my child was my favorite artist.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
totally.
Cool.
Totally. I wanted to ask you guys, one of my favorite things about having both of you as the artists of Radiant Black is that there's like a certain level of consistency between each issue. Is that like kind of intentional between you two? Do you guys try to keep the art style consistent between both books? And how does that kind of affect your working together on the book?
I think our work is very similar, even when we are not trying to mimic each other's style, because we have similar influences, I guess. I always thought that Marcelo's work was very in my work was very close to each other, you know. But when I start doing Radiant Black, I tried to lean a bit to the way Marcelo draws lines and ink the characters mostly, you know. So it wouldn't be so aggressive, because I never liked it when the comic I was reading changed style very drastically, you know. So I tried to not deviate too much, but it was not hard to do it, because we have very similar art styles, you know.
Cool.
That's something
Também,
definitely
Marcelo.
intentional.
Eu acho, eu vou falar em português. Eu acho a mesma coisa. Eu acho que a gente sempre teve um traço muito parecido. E eu acho que isso é legal, porque a gente, você, sem eu pedir, se aproximou do meu traço, e eu também me aproximei do seu. A gente passou a desenhar bem parecido. A gente meio que aprendeu um com o outro no processo, não é? A gente aprendeu eu aprendi muita coisa com você comigo, a gente trabalhou junto o tempo todo, isso foi muito legal. É isso.
É verdade. Yeah, he said that, and I agree with what he said, because since I started going in his direction, he also started going on my direction. So as we were working on these issues of Radiant Black all these months, I think we developed like a studio mentality. You know, we need to have this kind of aesthetic, and we will both lean to that. And because I think when we draw like we like to draw, then you guys would see the differences, because Marcelo likes to distort more the figures and make figures more like close to an animation, more clean, more distorted. And I went to more, when I go alone, I like more dirty, like less flight out style, you know. So it was a learning from both sides, you know, this experience on Radiant Black.
E também ajudou porque a gente já era amigo antes do Raidant Black, né, cara? Então a gente já tinha um contato direto ali, né, todo dia e tal.
Yeah, and we were friends even before Radiant Black, so it was easy. was cool, nice to work together.
Nice.
That's
And
great.
I can tell you, we definitely, as readers, we definitely appreciate it, because like that consistency from issue to issue doesn't, there's no like shock, like, oh, why does everything look so different? Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. One thing kind of connecting to that, I have a question for Eduardo about Marcelo. But kind of my question was just like, obviously seems like you guys have known each other for a long time. But what has it been like for you, seeing Marcelo obviously get all of this success, but become such a fan favorite artist? Obviously, I'm sure he was back home, but kind of in this more American setting. What's it been like for you seeing him kind of take off in this industry?
It's great. It's always great to see our friends doing well. I think one of the cool things about being an artist is that there's not too much competition. You want everybody to succeed, and we as artists are very, how can I say, we have a lot of imposter syndrome, and we always see we always think that the other is much better than us, and he deserves to rise, and all these, and not just in a bad way, but you see the qualities of the other artists, and so when they go well, you're not like, oh, he's stealing my place and all that. Just because everyone will have his own path in art and in his career, in his career. And I always knew Marcelo would kick ass on the American comic market.
Yeah.
We came from a time when we had a lot of standards for how an American comic artist should draw, So everybody would say to us like, oh, you must draw closer to Jim Lee or to Ivan Hayes, the DC comic artist. I don't know if you guys know Ivan Hayes, who draws Superman, who draws Green Lantern,
Green
who draws
Lantern,
Aquaman.
Blackest Night.
He is
one
one
of
of
my
the
favorite
yeah,
artists.
One of the best.
Amazing
I think-
artist.
yeah, he's a beast, but it's not our style, to draw like that. So, but they were like, oh, if you want to enter the market, you need to draw like this or like that. So I think me and Marcelo, we entered it to another way. I think Image would facilitate that, because Image, since after the Spawn and that phase for McFarlane and Mark Silvestri and all, they started to open the range of styles, and every kind of artists were entering that and doing different things, So that opens space for us that don't have a super traditional comic style, to enter and work. So especially for Radiant Black, when I knew what Kyle was looking for, I was like, dude, Marcelo would just kick ass in this book. He's the guy you need for this book. You need to call him in and make him work on it. Because I tried and I suck at it. And
It all worked out. It all worked out.
It was not my vibe. I was like trying different. I was trying to go Dead Space for Radiant Black, and I think Marcelo already told me that I'm very practical when I try to do concepts and stuff. Everything must mean something in my head, and he has a much stronger design philosophy and style. He's very good in creating distinct and cool characters, that are also cool to draw, and look great on a page. So it wasn't a surprise for me, that he went on this direction,
That's great. That's great.
One thing that's funny is that we, like, obviously we all love Invincible. We've all read Invincible before Radiant Black came out, because it's an older book. So that was like, Invincible the line that we see from Kirkman being like, this is the perfect book for people who like Invincible. That was a big draw for us when we were reading Radiant Black. And of course, like the aesthetic of the characters that has that like classic, iconic Image Comics look to it. One thing that I personally always say, so this is more of a statement, and then I'll give you the question, is like we talk about how in Invincible we had Cory Walker and Ryan Ottley, right? And Cory Walker designed the characters, and he designed most of the characters that stayed throughout the book, but then Ryan Ottley took over and pretty much did most of the book, right? I think what's better for Radiant Black, at least for us, is that we kind of give both of you a lot. And I like that a lot because like if you told me pick one or the other, I wouldn't be able to. Like I love both your work. I love how you guys alternate between the two. I love how you work together as well throughout the entire Catalyst War. It was really special seeing two amazing artists with two amazing writers like working together, and it adds to the dynamic because the book is about two superheroes, right? And they're who's gonna be the one. So to see like coming from that, to see two amazing artists, and then it's almost like taking that kind of approach but doing it even better because you're not just doing the innovative approach, you're not just doing multimedia things, but you're both actually a big part of the book, especially moving forward. Like we saw for issue 31, Eduardo's doing the cover and I think the interiors, right? Like you've shown us a little bit of the previews. Yeah, so that just excites me even more because I never want Eduardo not to be on the book, right? Like I always want Eduardo to be on the book, even if it's like for one issue here and there. Just I feel like it enriches the book. So my question is, so do you like? I guess do each of you have a favorite Radiant Black issue that you've worked on?
Let me just translate to Marcelo real quick here. Ele falou dessa dinâmica, que ele gosta muito da nossa dinâmica no Radiant Black, de como a gente trabalhou e também nas inovações que a série trouxe, como a gente trabalhou junto na Catalyst War, e que ele queria que isso ficasse, né? E também se a gente, qual que é a nossa edição favorita de cada um de nós, assim, qual que é a edição favorita
que a gente desenhou, né?
I'll let Marcelo answer first. His favorite issue.
Vou te pedir para traduzir. Essa dinâmica nossa, eu realmente gostaria que continuasse. Então, por favor, não arruma outro trabalho. Tô zoando. E, cara, a minha edição favorita, eu gostei muito da 24. Mas eu também gostei do que eu fiz eu acho que na 18. Na 19. Eu gostei muito do que eu fiz no 19. A 19 e a 24 são duas que eu gosto muito. Que eu
19 and 24.
Yeah. I like.
Marcelo said he also likes our dynamic of work. And his favorite issues are 19 and 24.
Love it.
E fala o que eu falei. Por favor, não rouba outro trabalho.
He doesn't want me to go to to get another job, you know.
I agree. Selfishly, I agree.
Let's discuss a raise when we
Don't draw Batman. Don't draw Batman.
Okay.
That's so
fair
good.
enough.
My favorite issue, let me see. I think it's issue 5 still. You know?
Yeah.
I love
that. 5, I was like, Kyle, I want the more pages you can give me, you know? Sorry, Marcelo.
Wait, what? You know, if he worked at Marvel, they would have used that. It's like, this guy wants more. Send him all the books. Send him all the books.
Michael wants to kill me every time, you know?
Deixa eu falar uma coisa sobre o Eduardo. Ele começa a dar ideia pro Caio, o Caio aceita e daqui a pouco eles colocam mais 4 páginas. Sempre assim.
He said that I started giving Kyle ideas and then they add 4 pages to the comic, you know.
Always.
Because on issue 5, I was like, dude, this fight needs to be big. I need like 6 pages for this fight. And then he puts there fight for 6 pages. And I was working on layouts and all. And then I said I send on the chat. We have the Radiant chat where we discuss the issues and all. I was like, I need 2 more pages in order to make this fight really, really work. I need 2 more pages. And then Michael was like, are you kidding me? You want like 2 more pages? You had 6 already. But I was like, no, it will really work if we had just 2 more pages,
Yeah.
And then it was such a cool sequence,
Quando... desculpa.
It
Sorry.
definitely was. And what I'm hearing is we need to let Eduardo.
Yeah, I just want to say what makes it even special, to my point about like Corey and Ryan and then you guys. So much of the iconic imagery in the book is actually associated with both of you, which is something that's so rare on a book like this. Like, there are so many iconic images that Eduardo has done that people, like, all the fans post. Like, one that comes to mind from issue 5, beyond the amazing action scenes. You could literally pick any action scene from the issue; it'd be amazing. They're all fucking incredible. But there's one scene that everyone loves, and it's the one where Marshall crashes into the snow, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
everyone loves that moment, and it's iconic. Like, literally everyone loves it. So it's like, it's really nice that you both, like, you can both point to iconic imagery in the series and be like, I contributed something amazing,
Yeah,
For sure.
You know what my favorite issues of Marcelo are? I think the first 3 issues where he was doing everything. He was doing art and colors.
Mm.
Okay.
It was the first 3 issues, Marcelo, that you did everything.
4
The first 4 issues.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
those were my favorite, because Marcelo is just kicking ass and taking names there. When he does everything, he does lines and colors. Dude, but unfortunately it's impossible, to make a monthly comic and do everything. But
Thanks, man.
For sure.
I love those issues,
I agree. Like, Existence always looks the best when Marcelo's coloring it. Like, it really makes a difference.
My favorite Eduardo's issue is 9.
Yeah, 9 was great.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
love
one.
it. Yeah, it is so difficult to draw this issue because it's just people em pessoas conversando e andando pela cidade. É muito difícil fazer isso.
Yeah, just regular situations of people walking and talking, and it's harder than doing guys punching each other between buildings,
Yeah.
Because it's more subtle.
It's easy to draw.
Yeah.
I love draw buildings.
Marcelo loves draw buildings. I hate drawing buildings.
That's interesting. I never actually thought about that. One thing that you did really well in that issue, and when we asked you what your favorite issue were, I thought you were going to say 9, Eduardo. I really did. But it makes more sense given, like, you love the action. But I will say one thing you did extremely well that a lot of artists, even the best, like people like even like John Byrne, right, that would struggle with this, is drawing kids. When you drew Marshall and Nathan as kids, you did such a good job. Like, it didn't just look like a small version of the adult. You really made their faces look different. And I really, really appreciated that. It made a big difference in the emotional resonance of the issue. So thank you.
Yeah, that's from storyboards. When I worked on publicity storyboards, we always had to draw kids of every different ages, and teenagers, and babies, and 5-year-olds. And it was such a struggle, because even if you drew a kid that looks like she was 8, they would say that it looked like she was 12, and then you need to redo it. And also when I had my daughters, I would follow their growing. Now that she's 2 months old, the proportion of the eyes is like this and this, and now she's 10, the head is stretching a bit more. So I learned to draw kids from watching my kids.
Interesting.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow.
I need to have a kid.
You need to make kids in order to study them.
That's funny.
Well, what I'm learning from this conversation so far is that We need more of Eduardo's ideas to get greenlit. Okay.
Yeah.
He needs 4
I
more
want a
pages. We need 4
Marshall
more
spin-off. A Marshall
him to
spin-off
punch
written by
Premiere.
Eduardo.
Right. Little
The
bit more
per-
freedom, but
the bursting Premiere robot on the end of 30.
yeah.
It was me too. I will make a bursting robot. And then Joe was, yes, let's do it. And Michael and Kyle was like, oh, I'm not sure if we will have robots. No, you guys promised robots, big robots. We need to have big robots fighting. We were fighting. And Marcelo agreed also. When I'm fighting on the chat, Marcelo hates it. Marcelo doesn't like to discuss things on the chat. He likes to do his thing. Then he will come up with 10 wonderful pages and everybody loves him, and I like everything that I even when I'm on thumbnails, what if this happens and what if this happens? I don't understand this sequence and that sequence and blah, blah, blah. I always make a lot of mess there. And every time I want endorsement, I would like, Marcelo, say that you like that idea.
That's amazing.
You gotta have at
Marcelo,
least
que
a
eu fico
couple people
pedindo
on
para
the side.
você concordar comigo lá no chat. Lá, Marcelo, fala que você gostou.
Você manda as ideias, né? E aí você manda para mim privado, fala que eu gostei, fala que você gostou, tal.
Yeah. When Marcelo doesn't like it, then I know it's doomed.
You got no chance. You
Yeah,
got no
I
chance
got
if
no
you don't have Marcelo
backup.
on your
Yeah.
side. Yeah. Well, speaking of you guys' favorite issues, what would you say was your most challenging issues to get through?
Maior desafio?
Yeah.
De todas, eu acho que essas últimas edições trabalhando em conjunto.
Yeah, I would say
Você
that
concorda?
also. Yeah.
Mas
He thinks that these last issues, the Catalyst War issues,
porque
these were the most challenging ones.
Principalmente as primeiras, porque a gente estava trabalhando a mesma edição e aí tudo tinha que ser igual e a mesma nave, mesmos personagens, mesmo lugar, porém com situações diferentes. E foi muito difícil. E também as cores, né, cara? Porque ao mesmo tempo que a gente estava desenhando, tinha 2 coloristas fazendo 2 trabalhos, eles são muito diferentes, então eu acabava coordenando os 2 para ficar parecido. Foi o mais desafiador de todo o processo.
Yeah, he thinks that it was especially the first issues of the Catalyst War, where we have very similar situations and just a bit different things going on, and then we had to coordinate everything and the sceneries and all, and we and also the both colorists, because the one thing that binds the colors, it's Marcelo. Once the colors arrive, Marcelo has to go over every page of every issue and then see if they are working together and making adjustments. So that was very, very challenging on the first ones, and we were like, oh, I'm inking Premiere this way, then Marcelo would say, oh, this is not like that, the flames on this helmet work like this, and I have this brush that works for the flames and all. We're trading a lot of stuff. And even on the first issues, I was like, man, I hate drawing buildings. Can I lay out the pages and then you draw the buildings, and then I can ink your characters if you need to, and we will, because it's the same image,
same place.
The first 3 pages I inked the first 2 pages, and Marcelo inked his 2 pages, and then we were like working so they were the same, and what are we doing here? They're the same buildings. I'm gonna rob your buildings and put on my page, So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
what a great team! What a great team!
And for me, it was 30 and 30.5. It was the most difficult ones, because there was a lot of things going on, a lot of a lot of pieces on the board,
Yeah.
moving, and one is in the other side of town and one is in this side of town, and the ship will crash and hit the robot, and a lot of a lot of panels with a lot of things going on, because when you are doing action sequences with big scale, it's hard if you have 7 panels on a page and all the panels show giant robots fighting with another robot, and an helicopter flying by, and on the ground there are 10 characters fighting each other, and tiny robots going between the big and I was like, dude, guys, I can't draw all this, it's 7 pages, it's 7 panels with giant robots on it. Everything has to be seen from afar. If you want to show a giant robot, the camera must be very far.
Right.
So it was very challenging, and I was, because I was like, I can't understand, where's the robot? Where's Premier's robot? Is it Premier robot on the near the crash? No, but now he is next to the to Radiant Black and the helicopter. It was, and now they will put the Massiveverse characters coming in. And so fucked up,
Yeah, that was my next question. Was
challenge,
like,
You have a great job, Eduardo.
yeah,
Thank you.
well, both of you. But I was gonna ask you,
But
you've
Eduardo work more, because I I was in the trip and draw another comic in Brazil. Eduardo worked so more for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because
awesome.
Marcelo was doing an 80-page comic, in like the gap between issues 29 and issue 30. Marcelo did like 80 pages, fully colored,
Yeah, that's a lot.
wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So I was like, I can do the layouts. I am faster on layouts. So I drew most of the layouts for both issues, and also because it's mostly one action sequence. I got the time to do it, and Marcelo, but Marcelo also layouted, I think 15 pages or more of these issues.
Yeah,
But the fights, it was mostly me, the fight sequence.
And yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this page is
Yeah.
amazing, dude.
Amazing page.
yeah.
Like the perspective is insane.
Crazy.
Marcelo, talk to us about this page. What were you thinking when you were doing this? What was your approach? Why did you do this? Because it's incredible. Like, one of the best pages of the entire Massiveverse is this page.
I agree.
I love this angle. I am a big fan with artists and work this way. I was need the full color in this page, the explosion of colors, and the colors make this work. But I see and say, I don't know, I need to color this page, so I make these crazy colors and is it. I love this green color in Nathan.
Oh, insane.
So you just colored this, just you, nobody else?
This page?
Yeah, this page.
Hot Fernandez is my colors. He colored this page, but I asked for him, can I try my style on this page? He said, yeah, of course. and he sent me the
The
page.
file.
Yeah, the file with layers, separate layers, and
Yeah.
I changed the palette colors, the effects, and so
Wow.
it's a combination of Horod and me in this page.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amazing.
this
But
page is
this angle, this style along characters is always have my mind, and when I draw this, I say, yeah, this will work. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I love. This is one of the best pages on the map. Like I would say, easily, this is in the
Yeah.
top 5, top 3 best pages of the Massiveverse.
Yeah.
Not
I
Radiant
agree.
Black, the
I
Massiveverse.
agree.
Yeah, yeah. This is Kyle
This
or
page
Michael.
and the another before page, the last page, anterior a essa, Eduardo.
Before this one, yeah.
Before this
Mhm.
one, yes. I love the both pages.
Yeah. The donut shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the donut shop is
Yeah.
It's
it's
amazing. I just gotta say, Kyle or Michael. if
after
you
this
watch
one is the donut shop.
right before this, yeah, when they're at the donut
Dude,
shop and
you were
Wendell's
really
gonna
showing off.
teleport them.
You were showing off on this issue. You know,
We said that. Now we said that.
you were
That's
humiliating
what
me.
we said. Oh,
Yeah,
Kyle or Michael, if you're watching this, we need a poster of this page. It's a
Yes.
must. Like we
Yes.
need. I would
Oh.
pay money to get a poster for this page, please.
No, nice idea.
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
no,
please,
totally.
please, Radiant Black Gods, please, please
I
give us this
will.
page as a poster.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome.
perfect. Yeah. So, Charlie, you had a question?
Yeah, one thing I'm always curious about artists in general, I've heard like just is how they look at their own work. So I've heard like Chris Somney, for example, we've heard a lot of commentary about him. He never really goes back and looks at his own work. Once he's done an issue, he's just done, on to the next one. I wouldn't say he doesn't appreciate it, but it seems like he's very hard on himself and he just wants to keep it going. So my question is, are you guys hard on your own work, or are you able to kind of stop and appreciate like how cool some of these pages are?
você entendeu a pergunta, Marcelo?
E
Ele,
depois que
ele
a
falou
gente
se a
termina-
gente gosta do. Se a gente é duro com o nosso próprio, com o próprio trabalho, assim, se você gosta de ficar olhando o trabalho que você já fez tal, porque
Aham.
ele falou que o Chris Samney não gosta de ver as páginas dele, nunca, quando ele publica, ele nunca olha para o que ele faz.
Olha,
Ele não gosta.
eu acho que nenhum artista gosta de ver o trabalho, porque, na minha opinião, o artista está sempre numa evolução, né? Eu acho que a gente é muito duro com o nosso trabalho, sim, e eu olho, quando chega o livro, eu passo as páginas, mas eu olho só uma vez. Porque a gente está sempre evoluindo e tentando ser melhor e aprendendo, então isso faz a gente não querer olhar muito para trás. Eu acho que é isso, que deve ser o que o outro artista aí pensa também.
Yeah, he said that he doesn't like to go. I think that every artist is tough on himself and doesn't like to go on older work, because the artist is always evolving, you know. So when you look at previous works, you don't see your best there, and that he usually just when he receives the issue, he goes over it, but then he doesn't like to look at it anymore. And I'm kind of like that too. I don't like my old stuff. I think there's just a few works that I still like when I get and when I get to look at it, I like it, you know. Self-Made is one of them. Self-Made is a book that when I go over it, I like, I was doing good here, you know. but mostly I don't like my work. As soon as I like it, sometimes when I'm doing a page, I look at it and I'm like, damn, this page is good, but on the next day I look at it again and this is shit. I don't want to look at this never again,
That's
because
fair.
I don't know. We have I think we have an image in our head of what we want, and it's never it's what you get. When you finish it, that's not what I picture in my head. It was so much better. So I also don't like to look at old work myself too.
Quando a gente recebeu as Catalyst War, eu gostava de olhar as suas páginas e não as minhas.
Yeah, when he received the Catalyst War, he liked to look at my pages, not his. And I'm the same.
That's funny. That's
when
funny.
I looked at Marcelo's pages, I was like, "Oh, Marcelo did so much better than me on this issue."
No, I say the same.
But it's an artist thing.
Is so best.
Oh, that's very cool. And I had a quick follow-up to that as well. Obviously we see how much work you guys have to do in such a short amount of time, like this being a monthly series, but how do you balance the line of wanting to draw something so perfect versus like needing to knowing there is a timeline and drawing as efficiently as you can?
Como você coordena o tempo como o tempo da edição é sempre apertado, né? Como que você coordena o desenhar e se você tentar sempre tá melhorando o que você está fazendo?
Ah, nossa, isso é muito difícil. Cara, que pergunta difícil. Bom, eu olho muitos artistas que eu gosto e eu tô sempre tentando, pelo menos nas páginas que eu mais quero desenhar, eu gasto um tempo a mais e ponho o que eu queria fazer ali, a experimentar uma coisa nova, ou então criar alguma coisa mais, como que é a palavra? Mais...
marcante?
Impressionante. Tentar impressionar de alguma forma, mais marcante mesmo. Eu tento fazer isso com algumas páginas, com aquelas que eu sei que as pessoas vão olhar e vão falar assim, nossa, isso aqui tá muito legal. Agora, as páginas de conversa e tudo mais, eu tento otimizar e fazer o mais compacto possível.
Yeah, he said that when he has some pages that he think it will be special on the issue, he really likes to take time to make them and study the styles and think the best image that he can conceive at the moment to really make an unforgettable page, but. And then when there are just people talking and stuff, then he speeds up to make the deadline,
Yeah.
And I think that that's a big challenge, to be an artist in comics and work an issue a month, because in my head we always have to fix the car while the car is in the move, You don't have time. I never had time to, I'm gonna take like a sabbatic year or like the 3 months of my life to study art and be better, because we're always with the deadlines on our tails, and we are worried to deliver the best we can, so I think I try to. I try to get things that I enjoy and watch it more than one time. I'm been watching a lot of anime recently, because I think anime is like kicking every asses possible when it comes to animation, like Chainsaw Man.
That's a good one.
Dan, that's a new series on Netflix. The Jujutsu Kaisen, those guys are like destroying. You know, they do action sequences and they do figures so well. So that's the kind of stuff I do. You know, I want that my work kind of leans to this. So I'm gonna watch a lot of anime, a lot of Chainsaw Man.
Wow.
I watch it alone, then I watch it with my kid, then I watch it with the other kid, then I watch it with my wife. And what, you know, let's watch it. You need to watch that. And while they are watching, I like, oh, these frames. Look how he framed this scene. You know, look how these angles. Look how these close-ups, and that's how I try to improve. You know, while we are doing it. You know, and also by learning with other artists how they work, how they make. We work with a lot of references now. Me and Marcelo. 3D references, CD references, and when we were younger, we were like, oh, we need to learn to draw everything. We need to learn to draw buildings. We need to learn to draw cars. We need to learn to draw helicopters, plane. And then it comes a time when they say you can't do everything, you know. And even the manga artists, they have people who make backgrounds, people who make, you know, they have teams working for them, and so I use a lot of 3D, a lot of sketch. What's the name, Marcelo? SketchUp, Sketchfab, audio, video references, YouTube videos, frames from movies. I use a lot of that to make the work better. There's an app called Magic Poser, that you can pose the character when you're having a hard time with a pose or something. You can pose the character. I can even show you guys examples here.
That's super cool.
So just to make sure I understood you correctly, are you saying you have a 3D, I guess, asset of certain characters in Radiant Black?
Not
you
characters, but like a scene. Oh, I need to make Radiant Black arriving on a scene flying, you know. And you're having a hard time on the feet. And then you can, I want to have another angle, you know. Then you can turn it and do this. It's like a naked bald guy that you can do, and you can move him, you know, if you want. You can move the feet, you know.
Yeah. It's like
this
your own
kind of
little
thing
artist
it's really helpful. And so you need to make a page a day. You need to do the deadlines, and sometimes you lose like 4 hours trying to get a pose right. Then you need to get these kind of tools to help you as an artist, you know. And of course you need to know how to pick these references and then put your style on it, you know, make a sketch on the top of it and then ink it without the reference, so people won't notice, you know, the difference. But that's it, you know. we change the tire with the car moving, you know. That's how we're doing it.
I like that analogy. And I'll tell you, as far as myself, like Jujutsu Kaisen has some of the best choreographed fighting I've ever seen. But I might be a little biased when I say this. Naruto, when they're not like doing some crazy stuff, they have really good like hand-to-hand choreographed fights too. I always go back to it, and I'm always surprised.
It's Lee versus Gaia.
That's legendary.
One of the best anime, one of the best fights in anime history.
Right.
You know? Yeah,
Naruto,
Naruto. A luta do Lee versus Gaia.
The epic fight.
That's
epic.
These guys, they know what they're doing, you know. They are amazing animators, you know. Dude, are you guys watching Dan Da Dan?
No, but it's
I'm trying to buy the manga because everyone in the Radiant Black Discord is talking about it right now. Everyone.
Dude,
I can't find the volume 1.
Watch it.
Is it good?
Okay. All right.
It's one of the best. And one of the best things I've seen in a lot of times, you know. Japanese are crazy, you know. They don't have boundaries, you know. They do whatever the fuck comes to their mind, you know. So, I think
I heard it's a very horny show. That's what I heard, right? Like someone was describing it. they were like, it's about a character who's trying to get his balls back, like for real. Like,
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
actually what the
Yeah.
plot's about. And I'm like, wait, what?
That's
They're like, yeah, seriously, this guy
He
lost
loses
his
his dick
testicles
and his
he's-
balls, and he have
Yeah.
to get it back. You know?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
What?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
But,
I'll definitely check it out now.
you know, the
Yeah.
first episode, I tell people you need to watch Dan. And when they are watching the first episode, they're like, "Are you crazy? How do you say me to watch this thing?" And I was like, you know, dude, chill out. Nothing will happen. Just keep watching, and then it will get lighter, a lot lighter, you know. But they are not very candid, you know. The Japanese, you know, if they want, Chainsaw Man is heavy, you know. Chainsaw Man is heavy.
It's
you know,
very brutal, very
dark.
gory. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's funny, you know, and it's crazy. Some of the devils they put on there, you know. I don't see many comic editors seeing those concepts and like, let's do this. You know, they were like, no, this is totally crazy. You can't do a devil with a sawed woman head and a neck with flowers and the legs are made of arms. You know, they do it. You know, and the guy has a chainsaw on his face. You know,
Yeah.
Have you
crazy? You know,
have you seen the comic Ghost Cage by Nick Tricotta?
no.
Check it out. It's like that.
Yeah?
There's a lot of weird designs. Yeah,
Nice.
clearly this guy was watching a lot of like manga and watching a lot of anime and reading a lot of manga and was like, you know, let me try. It's just like a bunch of cool shit. That's what it is. Literally a bunch of cool shit, right? But yeah, I guess one thing I wanted to ask you guys is about design. Well, there's a few design questions people had, which makes sense because, you know, Marcelo's designed so many amazing characters in this book. So the first question is, where's the god? Where is it? Yeah, so basically, at what point of the comic book of Radiant Black did you come up with the design for God mode, like the dark Radiant Black, where he's all black and the cape is white? And how did you come up with that design for Radiant Black?
Marcelo, sobre como você chegou nesse design do modo Deus do Radiant Black.
Foi. A gente tinha o primeiro modo Deus, que o Caio sugeriu. Ele falou, não, vamos botar uma capa e ele vai ficar mais forte. Então surgiu a ideia de fazer um modo Deus 2. E aí eu pensei, e se ele for todo preto? Né? Afinal é o Raidant Black. Daí eu fiz um concept, botei o modo 1 e o modo 2 do lado, e o Caio falou, está demais, e aprovou. Foi bem simples. E aí eu fiz todos os modos Deus 1 e 2 e botei um do lado do outro.
Yeah, he said that Kyle asked him to do the concept for the first evolution, the cape mode, and then since they liked the cape mode, they wanted a next evolution after the cape mode. And then he come up with the idea of him being all black and kind of distorted, you know, and then he put the both phases side by side. Kyle approved, and then he did this for all the other Radiants also, you know, all the God modes and all that stuff. This stuff of the God modes, we had this for a long time already, you know. The pink God mode, the red God mode that appeared on the Catalyst War.
Yeah.
I've seen this design like years ago, you know.
Mas o Dev Mode, o segundo, ele aparece no número 13.
Da Pink? Da Red?
Não, da Red veio só agora.
Yeah, the Red. Yeah.
Okay.
The Red.
Yeah, they were amazing designs. We love them.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I want to ask about as well, just an extension of this question, is in the Catalyst War, there was 2 marshals, and one of the marshals, he was taking the other Radiants, right? The evil timeline marshal. Did you struggle with that design since you had to like kind of, you know, add elements of the other Radiants to the costume? Because they looked, it's amazing, you know, it was wow.
Você teve dificuldade de conceber o Radiant Pink? We have the unofficial name Radiant Pink.
Não
Oh, yeah?
Radiant Rainbow. Radiant Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Oh, Radiant Rainbow.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
Radiant
Rainbow,
Rainbow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nada
Radiant
oficial.
Rainbow.
Ah,
Unofficial name.
não, foi fácil também. Fiz acho que 3 modelos e um foi aprovado. E aí a gente adicionou algumas falhas nele. Mas a transição do... Cada vez que ele pegava um buraco negro, né? Aí foi feito na hora. A gente foi, enquanto trabalhava, enquanto fazia HQ, ia fazendo eu ia fazendo concept e já ia botando. Assim. Agora o Rainbow foi uma versão já pronta, já estava pronto.
Yeah, the rainbow one, the all white one, it was kind of quick. He solved it quick, the idea, and then they add some effects, distortion effects. But the transition when he starts speaking the radiance, and then there are those white lines and the darks intersecting, you know, on the suit.
Yeah.
Then these he was creating these as I was doing layouts, you know, because I was like, since I'm fast on layouts, I'm always there's a character here. He picks one. He has 2 radiants now. How do we look like? How will he look like now? Then Marcelo, do whatever. Then I will think of it, and then you can change later. You know.
Porque o que eu acho interessante, cada vez que ele pega ele vai se tornando mais, a parte branca vai tomando conta. E isso não tinha no roteiro, né? Então, era simplesmente, ele era o Raidant Black com mais poder. De repente, ele se tornava o branco, né? Então, a gente achou legal fazer essa transição. E tem uma coisa, quando ele pega o amarelo no final, não sei se todo mundo percebeu, mas o cabelo dele fica branco também.
He had this idea of every radiant that he would took, the white would become more predominant, you know, as he then he was all covered in white. And he said that when he took the yellow radiant, the last one, then he even his hair got white on his design,
so
you
cool.
know.
That is so
It's
cool.
turned all white.
All white, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. White, then he's Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So that's so good. One of like something I've been dying to ask Marcelo for like since he made this book, obviously one of the coolest places in the whole series is existence. Right. So I wanted to know what was his inspiration for that? How much direction was he given to create a place so crazy? And did that have any correlation with how he created the donut shop as well?
Ele quer saber como que se você teve alguma orientação do Kyle para fazer o plano da existência lá, o Existence, e se também qual que é a relação disso com a loja de donut.
A existência, o Caio pediu para, antes da gente começar a fazer a 10, ele pediu para eu desenhar alguns concepts de vários lugares diferentes. E aí eu fiz vários concepts e mostrei para ele, e aí a gente foi trabalhando em cima desses concepts. Então, já tinha ideia, mas trabalhar com aquele universo em si foi bem difícil. Mas eu trabalhei antes, né? E, cara...
Deixa eu só responder essa parte primeiro, depois você fala do donut. I will answer the existence part, and then I add on the donut later. And he said that he worked a lot before the issue starts, doing concepts for Kyle of the backgrounds and what colors to use. So he had a lot of time to think this over. He and Kyle together, because Kyle sometimes doesn't know exactly what he wants. So it's like shooting in the dark in the beginning, and then he starts, let's go more on this direction, more on that direction. Let's try this, let's try that. So he had a lot of time to think existence over before he he went to the issue, you know.
E eu
And the Donna
pesquisei muito, né? Eu pesquisei muito, olhei muito
did a lot of
post,
research.
para encontrar os melhores cenários, né?
Yeah.
E
To find the
agora,
best backgrounds.
agora, a loja de Danes, o Caio responderia melhor que eu, mas basicamente é onde aparece o primeiro, o radiante do Yellow, né? Então ele tem uma ligação com aquele lugar ali.
The donut shop is because it's where the yellow radiant appeared for the first time, so he has a connection with it. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Tá na edição 8, na edição 12, que ele apresenta o radiante para Pink, e na edição 18 também, na 12 e na 18, aparece a loja de donuts.
Yeah, it's on issue 8, 12 and...
Não, 8 não, 12 e 18.
12 and 18.
12.
Where the donut shop appears for the first time. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Very cool.
Kyle ideas.
Yeah, Kyle is crazy.
So I personally have 3 questions left overall, and then we have 4 questions from people on the Discord who we asked if, we told them we're interviewing guys, we have questions, so we took to ask on their behalf. So we'll cycle through the guys 3 more times, then we'll do the audience questions and probably call it. So hopefully maybe 15 more minutes, if that's okay.
All right.
Yeah, this is the last question I have from Marcelo individually, and then my next 2 questions are going to be for both of you. So I'll just ask him this. In the back matter of the Radiant Black hardcover, which we just got, mine's on the shelf behind me, it's said that Marcelo said that his favorite character of Radiant Black is 001. And spoilers, but 001 died a heroic and incredible death in the Catalyst War. So I guess my question is he still your favorite character? And now that he's gone, is there another character that you really love?
O 001, ele falou que o 001 é o seu personagem favorito, né? Mas que agora que ele morreu, se ele continua sendo seu personagem favorito ou se você tem algum outro que é o seu favorito agora.
Na verdade, o Raidant Black, Nathan, é meu personagem preferido, mas eu não sei porquê, mas eu adoro desenhar o 001. Eu adoro ele em si, com o estilo, com a barba, tudo. Eu gosto muito de desenhar. Mas, em primeiro lugar, eu devo ter dito de forma confusa, eu prefiro o Radiant Nathan, mas o 001 é meu segundo. E, cara, eu achei uma pena que ele morreu. Quando eu vi no roteiro que ele ia morrer, eu falei assim, Caio, o que tá acontecendo, tá ligado? Por que você vai matar o cara que eu mais gosto, tá ligado? Mas é isso, as pessoas morrem e faz parte dos quadrinhos e da vida.
Yeah, he said that his favorite is Nathan, Radiant Black as Nathan.
Mas eu não sei porque eu amo...
He loves to draw 001, and he was confused when 001 died on the script. And he was like, Kyle, why are you killing 001? My favorite character. But that's life, right? And people died,
Yeah. I love 001.
001 died two times, right? In universe.
Yeah.
Right.
One of
I
them
love
very
how
miserably.
you made him. I love how you made him look like with the beard as he aged. You made him look wise.
Yes.
I loved it. That was such a cool touch to him.
Yeah, it's a cool character indeed.
I died together with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I understand. I get. I feel the same. Like I feel like a lot of
Nathan is not Radiant Black and 001 died.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like a lot of readers feel that way. They're like, Nathan, my boy. My boy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's
sorry,
so good.
Nathan. You're boring. That's why I'm not Radiant Black. Go write a book.
I lost all that.
Yeah. Fair.
One thing I'm very curious about is kind of what the comic scene is like back in Brazil. Like, are there many Comic-Cons, and like have people caught on to Radiant Black yet because of you guys? Like, what's the perception like of Radiant Black back home?
Yeah, we have two major Comic Cons here in Brazil. One of them is FIC, is the Festival International Comics Festival, but FIC is Festival Internacional de Quadrinhos. That is on Belo Horizonte. It's a big city, and it's a more I would say it's an event more focused on the Brazilian market and the Brazilian authors and publications, mostly self-publicating books. Done on platforms like we have our Kickstarter here in Brazil. So it's for the authors here in Brazil, it's a more event closer to our hearts. You know, you go and meet everybody, and we also have Comic-Con experience that is a huge one. You know, and then it's like San Diego. You know, San Diego Comic-Con, like huge with booths from Netflix and Disney, and it's a major one. Then we have a big artist valley on it. It's called Artist Valley, not Artist Alley. I don't know why, but we have the scene in Brazil. I would say that talent wise, it's very rich. You know, very incredible. But unfortunately, our market is kind of small still. Doesn't for we as comic artists who need to live and get paid doing comics, it's not very it's very few people who can live doing comics in Brazil. From all our friends, I guess I think I know like one or two, you know, and we have dozens of friends who make amazing comics and has amazing styles, but most of them who are living doing comics are mostly doing it on US or on Europe, you know. But I hope we get to make the market grow here, and we have more opportunities to show the talents we got here, because there's so many good people, and if you guys get the chance to know Brazilian art styles and comics, because since Brazil has influences from all over the world, we are a very open country to immigrants and all. So we have every kind of style you can imagine, you know, from our comics.
Cool.
Yeah.
Raidant Black is not very known yet here because we didn't get a publisher in Brazil. We're negotiating this yet still. But some people already know and talk about it on sites when we get Eisner nominations, and
Cool.
and about the success in the series. It's known, but since it's not published here, it's not translated to Portuguese yet, you know, so it's not very
Fair enough.
accessible to everyone.
Hopefully one day. Yeah, hopefully one day. Starting to see it more and more languages. Bash just got a Italian copy, I think.
Yeah, I got the Italian Raidant Black. Yeah, I buy all the translated versions. So I'm trying to get the French one soon, but my girlfriend went to Italy. She got me it. But I just want to say something about the Brazilian comics. So I used to work at a comic book store. I still have access to my Lunar account, which means I can see the PDFs they sent us in advance. And I got sent, maybe you've heard of it. It's a Brazilian comics anthology called I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce it, so I'm sorry. Called Braba.
Yeah, Braba. Yeah, Braba.
So it was so good. I read that. It was amazing. It's intense though. Like some of the stories are very intense. Like I was like, shit, you know, like this is rated R. You know what I mean? Like R rated. But I was very impressed with the Brazilian comics scene just based on that one comic. So it's something I'm personally looking to discover more of. Yeah, and like to see people like what's his name? Rafael Grampe, right? He's Brazilian, right?
Rafael Grampa, yeah.
To see him like do Batman Gargoyle of Gotham is like, man, that's insane. Like that's so good. So I'm happy
amazing.
like that.
And his style is so cool, right? such a
Yes.
distinct style, you know.
And you know, we talked before, you and I, about some of your favorite artists, and I remember you mentioned Gigi Cavanego, but you were saying like
Yeah.
he doesn't do a lot of like mainstream anymore. But then we saw him do Batman Dylan Dog, right? So
Yeah.
it was like so cool to see something like that. So yeah, like I don't know, man, I can't wait. I'm hoping there's more like Brazilian comics that come to America and North America in general, because
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed what I've read so far. You guys are all amazing.
We met Gigi Cavenago. He went to CCXP, the Comic Con experience last year. We met him and Lorenzo De Felici too. Who does
Oh, nice.
Boys and,
Yeah.
Oblivion song.
They
Yeah,
are monsters, you know.
that's
They
amazing.
just monsters, you know.
Mhm.
Lots of
And
talent
Braba is
over
a
there, it
project
seems.
by Grampa, Rafael Grampa and Pedro Cobiaco.
Mhm.
They organize a lot of artists to make like a display of Brazilian talent.
Janaina de Luna too.
Janaina
Yeah.
de Luna too, yeah, from Editora Amino here in Brazil.
Mhm.
They collect a lot of cool artists too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the file if you want, Charlie, and I'll send you like I have it.
I definitely want. I definitely want to check
warning
that out.
though, trigger warning. It's intense. I'm just
Okay.
telling you, it's intense,
I'm here for it.
bro. It's
I'm here
intense.
for
I'm
it.
just telling you. Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, sorry.
Love that.
I just wanted to mention that because it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I just have one last question for you guys. Is like the amount of comics you've done in the last, was it 3 years? I don't even know. I've lost track of time. But the amount of comics you guys have done, especially on Radiant Black, it's like 36 or 37 issues, I believe now with the 0.5s. But like personally, do you guys, if any, where's the biggest like growth you guys have seen in your own like personal art, and like the biggest improvement you guys have made personally, in the art realm?
Qual a
That's a
pergunta,
tough
Eduardo?
one. Qual que você acha que é a sua sua maior evolução que você teve como artista considerando essas 36 edições do Radiant Black que você fez até agora? Como você acha que sua arte evoluiu?
Pergunta bem difícil.
Vou responder, então depois você responde.
Tá, vou pensar aqui.
I think Radiant Black has it's been like a challenging series because I think and because we were working together, me and Marcelo. Sometimes I would go, and Marcelo on some issues he would like go super detailed and super texturized, and every detail and every flame and every window, and I was like, I got to keep up with that, you know. I need to boost up my detailing. And then I think it was in the end of the first issue, I was like, Marcelo, we need to clean this up a bit because we're going to die, you know, if we were going to with this in all the issues. When I was doing Premiere and the Premiere Colossal, I was like, I want to kill Marcelo, you know, because Premiere has like, you guys seen the hardcover, the layers of Premiere finishing, you know, it's like 5 steps to finish Premiere, you know. And first you do this, then the green, then you do the smoke, then you do it. I was like, we're going to break our arms doing this, you know. We need to just synthesize this. So then we went to this balance, you know. I think now doing issue 31, I think on my end, I think now, since we're not doing the Catalyst War anymore, where we need to be very super similar on styles, I feel like I'm doing a bit more of my own work on issue 31. I'm more comfortable on doing some things like, I'm gonna do this like I wanted to do my way, you know, not be too different. Don't worry. But I think it was a learning experience and a storytelling experience too, on what to show in a scene, what not to show, what goes well for the reader to make a smooth transition between panels. I'm always worried about the storytelling. For me, the most important thing is storytelling. And sometimes when you try to be so virtuosos on your details and on your, you get lost, and then the storytelling gets stiff, in my opinion. So I think it was a cool learning curve, this, especially the Catalyst War issues, for me, as an artist.
Yeah.
What
guys are gonna be
to do,
remembered.
what not to do, and then to reach a balance where it works and where the work is going faster.
Well, whose idea was it to do the connecting covers? Because that must have killed you guys.
Marcelo does most of the covers. So,
Bro, that was it your idea? Or did
But-
Kyle tell you?
what's
It's
Kyle's? I think.
Kyle's idea.
He's probably like, bro,
That's awesome.
fuck that. Fuck
Kyle
that. Like, he's having 2 whole covers, man.
It's fucking with us. No, but it's just kidding. The problem with Kyle is that he has the crazy ideas, but they are great ideas. So you're like, let's do it. Damn it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Kyle has he said too much. What if?
Yeah.
What if? hey, dude. What if?
And
Yeah.
we know the Kyle codes on the chat already. When you send a page layout, if he answers like "sweet," then you're like, "Oh, he didn't like it. He will ask."
But
That's
when
amazing.
he say awesome,
Yeah.
oh holy cow, yeah,
That's good.
Holy
Okay.
cow.
he likes very much. Yeah.
He needs to at least say "I love it." When you say
Yeah.
"I love it," then you say, "Oh, we're good." Inks.
Very good.
But if it's
Not-
nice, then you're like, "Oh, here it comes." And he was like, "Can we
Here come
make
my
another
adjustment.
expression?" Yeah.
So good.
That's amazing. Wow.
Do you want to answer the question about the evolution of the work on the series, Marcelo? Você quer responder sobre a evolução?
Vou responder. Eu acho que o mais difícil no começo foi entender como que eu e o Caio, para mim, como que eu e o Caio íamos trabalhar juntos, assim, porque era difícil entender o que ele estava querendo. Só que com o tempo isso se tornou mais fácil, e hoje em dia é muito mais fácil, não é? Então a gente passa a se conhecer e o trabalho foi se soltando, assim. Eu acho que eu peguei o jeito de fazer meio que exatamente o que eu tenho que fazer. Então acabou pessoalmente mesmo se tornando mais fácil a cada edição, assim. E eu acho que trabalhando com você foi mais ainda, porque o seu storytelling é muito bom e eu peguei algumas coisas legais de você, assim. Eu acho que é isso. A minha evolução pessoal vem disso, assim, de storytelling, de estar confortável com a minha arte, né? Que eu fui amadurecendo e tal. Então é
Yeah,
isso.
he said that the first difficulty that he has was knowing how he and Kyle would work together in the beginning of the series and
Connecting the minds.
connecting and getting to know each other and now but in time they were like adjusting and talking, and now these days it's much easier for them to get the ideas together and know what works and not works. And I think that the how can I say, the roots are already there. The structure is already done. The most difficult part is already established. The design is the world, and so it flows a lot easier. Marcelo, I said already, I couldn't do designs for Radiant Black because it's always humiliating. I do some designs, and then Marcelo is like, bang, here,
No.
take this one. And I'm
But
like, oh, forget everything I did. No,
A
this
simple
is the
design.
one, you know. Yeah, Marcelo
Yeah.
does very simple designs, but very pleasant to
Yeah.
look, you know. Very yeah.
And I
He's
was reading
the
that.
iPhone maker of character, you know, character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We have more design for the new way.
Yeah.
New
Okay.
Ooh.
New arc.
yeah,
Ooh.
new art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exciting.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
tease. That's great.
Just,
Very good.
just
Very
wait.
good.
Just wait.
Oh,
Some new villains, right? Yeah.
oh, I
Love it.
can't
I
wait.
made some today, by the way.
Oh,
awesome.
And they look awesome. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my god, I can't wait. Okay. You know, it's funny you mentioned the designs because when I'm reading the hardcover back matter, it's interesting because they said that it took him a few tries to get the Radiant Black design. Kyle wanted something specific, and we saw the process. There were so many different designs. But with the robot, he got it in the first try. It's just like the
Yeah.
first design. It's like that's the one, you know. So it's really interesting to see that like variation in that process. So I guess I have two more questions for you guys.
And there are like there's a page there's like 40 helmets and all of them
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah, I
All of
know.
them,
I was
yeah, yeah.
laughing
There's,
at that.
there's some
You know?
designs that
Yeah.
you guys didn't use that would be amazing designs
Yeah.
for like a villain or something.
something,
That was,
yeah.
yeah.
They
there's
chose
really
the
good ones in
simplest
there.
one, and it was the
I,
best
lo-
one.
I
Right? The
love the one that
simplest
you guys
one, the
went with,
best.
though. Yeah, the best one, honestly. Yeah, having looked at it exactly. Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
and I love what Marcelo
There.
said about the eyes. How he
Yeah.
wanted the eyes of each radiant to be different, to have elicit emotion, to make them unique in their appearance. I think that's one of the best things I've ever seen. It's
I
like
think that is the best thing about it, right? It's that allows you to be
that's what-
expressive even though they're wearing
Exactly.
a helmet. Yeah.
it's like you took the Power Rangers and gave them the one thing they were really missing. It's like that
Yeah.
emotionality behind the mask. It's
Yeah.
it's a game changer, honestly.
Yeah.
And like that mask is iconic. It really is.
And
So
and the ability to throw up through your helmet.
Yeah.
Power Rangers can do
Yes.
that.
Very important.
so yeah,
Marcelo, do you still have that little helmet you did with paper? You guys saw that already?
I
No.
think so. I don't know.
He
But
did
it's-
a helmet, a radiant helmet on the top of this kind of pen
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
He sent
Oh,
it
that's
to me.
cool.
He borrowed me
Oh
when
my
I draw issue 5. He brings it to me. Oh, take this helmet. So I could
my
like
God.
look him from above and from below.
Oh,
So
my
Yeah,
God.
cool,
That's
just a
amazing.
second. Just a second.
If you find that, you should take a picture of it and
Yeah,
send
yeah.
it to Michael and tell him to put it in the future hardcover.
This-
That's
yeah,
something
this-
everyone should see. Oh
when
my
Yeah,
God.
that's
Radiant
amazing.
Black becomes a major, this will worth millions, you know.
Oh, 100%.
First
100%.
sculpted
Day.
helmet of Radiant
Yeah.
Black.
Just wait a few years when Radiant Black gets like the movie or the TV show, the animation. Everyone's gonna want to talk to
Yeah.
you guys. Everyone, you're gonna go to conventions in America. There's gonna be lines going out the door. Like, have you seen what it's like for Ryan Otley? Like
Oh,
right now,
yeah.
it's gonna
I
be
saw
it's gonna
it,
be
yeah.
like that for you guys. It's just gonna be lines and lines, and it's gonna be when you look at Image Comics. It already is the case. I know Eduardo, you've posted this several times. You post like when the Image Comics booth, you see Radiant Black in the posters with Invincible with the other characters.
Yeah.
Just wait a few years, and your Massiveverse poster is going to be everywhere. You mark my words, okay?
You found
There
something.
it is. There it is.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
cool.
Oh
That's so
my
weird.
God! Wait.
It's the
There we go.
helmet.
Oh my God! Look at that.
What is it made out of?
It's
That's
Clay.
so
clay.
cool. Clay.
Yeah,
Right?
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
but is need to painting.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
looks
but
awesome.
it's so
Yes.
cool. It's
That's a great
so
great
cool,
way to
yeah.
do it. Yeah, that's a great little tool.
That's
That's so
amazing.
cool.
Thank you
because
for
most
sharing
artists
it.
most artists they don't get the helmet right, you know, when there are alternative covers and all. Even I didn't get it right in the beginning, you know, and then Marcelo brought me this so I could understand it. It's more like a helmet of a motorcycle, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
like Iron
So
Man that
cool.
has the shape of a skull and all. It's very round and gets the whole head, you know.
Yeah. I
That's
love
super
that. I
cool.
love that. That's so
It's
cool. Yeah. Hopefully in the future you make one for each Radiant. You have like pink, yellow, red. Like, that would be really cool. Thank you for showing us that. That's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
You saw it here first, guys. So two more questions I have for you guys. Then we have 3 communications that we're done. This one's a quick one. I guess I don't want to put you in a position to be like, okay, who would you like to see draw the book instead of you? So I'm not going to say that. But let's say if you could see any artist that's working right now, so not that someone that's dead or someone that's working right now, if you could pick both of you, I want both of you to answer this question, please. If there was any artist that you could have to do a cover of Radiant Black, who would it be?
Ou qual artista a gente gostaria de ver fazer
Numa capa do Radiant Black,
Eu tenho dois.
Okay.
Two.
Olivier Coipel is my
Oh, yes.
my favorite artist now. Rafael Albuquerque, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would
Which
kill.
one was the
Yeah.
second one?
It's a great
Rafael Albuquerque.
Rafael
Oh,
He's-
Albuquerque.
He's a Brazilian artist. Draws
Yeah.
Venice.
He was
American
supposed to do
Vampire.
Superman.
draw
Yeah, he was
over-
supposed to do
Yeah,
Superman.
he was doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
lost
then
the
Blue
floods
Beetle.
made
Yeah,
they
he's-
took
Yeah,
the losses
yeah.
of the floods.
But,
There
but
was a lot of
Lorenzo,
floods here.
Lorenzo De Felice too.
Oh.
Lorenzo
Yes.
De Felice would do
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, please, yes,
Yeah.
please, please, Lord.
Artist.
Perhaps
all-
Daniel Warren Johnson, I would say.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're speaking my language right now.
because everything he does is epic. You know,
Yeah.
Amazing.
probably he
Really
would do
is.
Radiant Black like this tiny Radiant Black, but in a fucking great
Yeah.
background. You know, with
Yeah.
giant robots fighting. You know,
James Haring.
yeah.
Oh man, you have good taste, man. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good taste.
5.
What about you, Eduardo?
Olivier Coipel, Rafael Albuquerque, Daniel Warren Johnson, Lorenzo De Felice e James Haring.
All right,
Wow.
Kyle,
Love
you
that
heard
list.
the man, Kyle. Let's get on it, Kyle. Come on, it's time to send some emails,
Wow.
Kyle.
Yeah. That's great.
I'm-
What about you,
Amilcar.
Eduardo?
O Amilcar Pina, Brazilian artist also. He would do a crazy Radiant Black cover.
Okay.
Amilcar Pina, Daniel Warren Johnson, Mike Mignola. I would love to see a
Whoa.
Mike Mignola Radiant Black. You know,
Yeah.
would be awesome.
Mhm.
Chris Samney, love Chris Samney.
I actually, I have
We're
Chris
all
Samney,
big
yeah,
fans of Chris Somney here. Yeah.
That's Chris Samney
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a few Chris Samney.
Sean Gordon Murphy would do a cool Radiant Black cover also. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a lot of good artists.
oh my
Any
God.
one of those would be
Yeah.
incredible. Or all of them. Or all of them.
Todd McFarlane draw Radiant Black.
Oh,
Yeah, we've been telling
Yeah.
Kyle.
yeah, we
He
can
did.
dream.
We've been
He
begging
did?
Kyle. Yeah.
My dreams done. My life is
It would,
You should- I'm
have to
serious?
be
Yeah.
Spawn
I
and Radiant Black
Yeah.
on the same
Guys,
cover.
I'm
Yes,
not
yes.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking right now. When Radiant Black hits issue 50, tell Kyle to ask Todd to do a cover.
Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
how many Image Comics hit 50 issues? Not many.
Not many.
It's
Not
not
many.
many. It's a big deal. So if I
It
were
would
you,
be
if I were
good.
you, got
Yeah.
pressure Kyle, man. Pressure Kyle. Tell him, bro,
It'd be
when we hit
amazing.
issue 50, ask Todd and ask Ryan Otley. I guarantee they will both do covers. Okay, we need
Yeah.
that. We need
That'd
Todd,
be
man.
epic.
Oh my God, Todd.
Yeah, we
drawing-
saw Marcelo made an incredible cover with Spawn. That was a
Yes,
beautiful
yes,
cover.
that's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite
Yes.
covers. The whole run.
Incredible.
We
Yeah.
got Greg Capullo already. Greg Capullo did
Yeah, we got-
a
Yes,
Radiant Black
yes.
cover. Yeah.
Yep.
I still can't believe that.
It was
I still can't
amazing.
believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still can't believe that.
And
So,
Dan
yeah,
Mora
like-
also. Dan
I-
Mora
Yes.
doing Radiant Black. Oh.
I say
When I saw Dan Mora doing Radiant Black, I almost
Greg Capullo
I almost
draw
gave up
Radiant
doing
Black,
Radiant
not Todd McFarlane.
Hmm.
I confused the name. Todd
Yeah.
Greg Capullo draw Radiant Black, not Todd McFarlane.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
We'll get Todd. We'll get Todd.
But
soon.
Todd
eventually.
will do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My-
We'll get
my-
him soon.
My dyslexia.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we love the Capullo, man. It just, oh my God, to see Todd draw Radiant Black. I'm telling you right now, tons of people who don't even read Radiant Black will buy that cover if Todd.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Just because he has that power, right? Like he has the fan base that's
For
huge.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my last question for me personally, this is for both of you, of course. So last year, or 2 years ago, Radiant Black was nominated for an Eisner Award. That's a big deal, really big deal. But what's an even bigger deal? Seriously, a huge deal. Like I don't think any of us really comprehend this at the time. Sorry, I think Michael understood because he was like, "Holy shit!" Is earlier this year at New York Comic Con, Radiant Black was nominated for a Harvey Award for Book of the Year. If you look at the nominees that were with Radiant Black was the only like really superhero book there. Everything else
it was
was
crazy.
It was crazy. That's what you know what I'm talking about. Like we had like Emil Ferris there. We had like people who were doing crazy things in comics right there. So to see Radiant Black with those is just alone, in my opinion, just to see it up there with those books is huge. Just huge, like huge. Yeah. So my question to both of you is, how does it? Are you happy when you see your work getting that kind of recognition by the American organizations? The fact that it's getting nominated for these awards, which are huge awards, some of the biggest awards in American comics. Does it make you happy? Do you feel fulfillment? Do you feel like, yes, people are acknowledging like the work we're doing? Does it motivate you?
Você entendeu a pergunta, Marcelo?
Um pouco.
Como você se sente dele ter recebido a indicação do Eisner e do Harvey Awards? Se você fica feliz de ver o seu projeto chegando nesses...
Cara, muito feliz e às vezes demora para cair a ficha, tá ligado? Então, você vê uma notícia, tipo, você vê um artista que você gosta desde criança desenhando o teu personagem. Você vê uma nomeação do Eisner, do Harvey. Então, você olha e fala assim, legal. Mas aí depois a ficha cai, você fala, meu Deus, o que tá acontecendo, tá ligado? Então, é um negócio que acontece, você tá inserido no meio, então se torna meio normal. Mas depois que você presta atenção e fala, caralho, isso é muito foda, isso é um momento muito foda, assim, da vida, né, cara? Então, eu fico muito feliz e muito honrado, mas às vezes é difícil entender a proporção disso, entende? Faz sentido para você?
Sim. He said that it's crazy for him when he sees like Greg Capullo doing his character and the nominations. It takes times to the reality to sink in, you know. On the day-to-day, you get the news and you see it and you're like, oh, that's cool. But then when it hits you, you know, you're, oh, that's crazy, you know. Being with these guys, with these people, you know, on the same nominations, it's crazy, you know. And since I'm just a guest artist on Radiant Black, I can say that Radiant Black needs to get an Eisner Award or a Harvey Award because it's such an innovative series, and Kyle is always trying so many different things with this book, you know. And not only that, the story is really cool, you know. I think it's invincible level of storytelling, and when this becomes a series and become, you know, I hope it becomes an animation series. I would prefer it.
Agreed.
Me too.
I think Kyle wants a motion.
Yeah.
You know, what's the name?
Live action.
Live action. Kyle wants live action, I guess, but I think Radiant Black would be better in animation. You know.
Yeah.
And I can't wait that, as you are saying, when Invincible went to Amazon, and then you reach another level of the public, you know, a lot of people knowing the story and getting to know the characters. I think it will be awesome, you know. The things that we are following up on the comic, that the twists, the changes, the things that happens with the character, when these go mainstream, you know, people will go crazy. You know, it will be Game of Thrones level of don't spoil it. You know, don't talk about it. You read the comics. You know, those kind of
Hey, we got a
things.
voice cast
Yeah.
already too. We got
Yeah,
a voice
yeah.
cast
Yeah.
too. So get in there.
Like people will never know the feeling of having to vote. Like they'll know
Yes.
that there was a vote, but what you guys did is so special because there's two
So
experiences,
cool,
right?
man. Yeah.
There's the real time experience. If you're reading it monthly or whenever it comes out, it's a different experience. It's a different experience. You're experiencing. You're growing with the characters. You're part of the community. Like I was telling people when we reviewed the end of Catalyst War, one of the coolest things about Radiant Black is that we were part of the change, just like you guys
Yeah.
were. We contributed to the story by voting. So in a sense, we also added to the story, but what you guys did, you made us care as audience, as readers. You made us care so much about two characters. I've never seen that in a comic book. I've never seen that in a comic book where people care so much about two characters, but they're genuinely happy whoever won. Even if Nathan didn't win and you voted Nathan, people were still happy because you guys did such a good job with these characters. That's amazing. I've never seen
the
that
story
before.
made sense for each of them, for both of them to be Radiant Black, you know. And if you guys want to know the level of planning and anticipation that Kyle, Joe, and Michael work on this, we already knew the Catalyst War plot for very long, very before anything came out or anything. Kyle has very clear guidelines for where he wants this universe to go. So there's one thing I also wanted to, another Easter egg I wanted to tell you guys. I don't remember in each year, what year I did the second Massiveverse poster. It was it was before Catalyst War, right? It was like 6 or 7 months before Catalyst War, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it wasn't it. I think it was 2023.
If
right?
you guys look at the image now,
2022.
This poster, Eduardo.
The poster for the
is it the one behind Charlie right now?
Yeah,
no, that's the first one. The second one I have on my bed there.
Yeah.
Is it the 0-0 run with the Radiant? Is that it?
Yeah. If you guys look at that poster,
I love that.
There was a major Easter egg for the Catalyst War there.
What is it? Are you going to tell us, or are you going to make us go look for it?
I will tell you. Do you want to show the image? Do you want to show the image?
I'm trying to.
I think you guys have the image there. Someone might have it.
Yeah, I have the poster, but it's in the other room. Is it the two Radiant Blacks fighting? Is that the Easter egg at the top?
No, it's not that.
Oh shit! What is it?
I can't really see it, but yeah.
Get it.
Yeah. Yellow is holding the two timelines.
Oh shit! Oh.
So we already knew about the two timelines and all the voting.
That's amazing.
You know,
bro.
I see.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
I was like, I'm going to make Yellow holding the timelines. Nobody will notice. You know,
that's so.
Nobody did. Yeah,
nobody did.
Past everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like a cool design touch. Yeah, that's amazing. Good
but
stuff.
That's just to show that these guys are thinking this over a lot, you know, and much before anything goes out. And the vote really mattered, because on the original design of the story, Nathan would be Radiant Black.
Oh wow! Okay.
I don't even know if I
should.
So
we literally changed the story.
Yeah.
We literally, as readers, we changed the course of the story.
Could I tell this, Marcelo? Should I have tell this? I don't know.
Okay, Eduardo.
Quando a história, a direção da história era o Nathan ser o Radiant Black, né? Não ia ser o Marcelo.
Dizer isso?
Agora eu já disse, né?
Já disse, né?
Yeah, I already said it, you know. But
I'm pretty sure Marcelo is saying he's gonna come get you while you're sleeping.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me tonight.
Quando o Caio sugeriu a votação, ele tinha certeza que o Nathan ia ganhar. E a gente tinha nossos planos. Não posso falar quais são os planos.
Yeah.
Mas quando o Marshall ganhou, ele falou assim: e agora? O que a gente faz?
Yeah, when they had the voting idea, they thought Nathan would win, you know.
Really?
And the
Really?
idea was that
Wow.
Nathan would be Radiant Black, and the
Mas-
whole story with Nathan going
Yeah.
forward, and then the
Eu-
vote changed everything, you know.
Mas eu tinha certeza que o Marshall ia ganhar, porque o Caio colocou o Marshall nas melhores batalhas. No primeiro Supermassive é o Marshall. Então, as melhores batalhas estão o Marshall. Então, claro que o Marshall ia ganhar.
Yeah, Marcelo thinks that it's because Marshall was in the it was in the best battles. All the best battles had Marshall as Radiant Black, so
That makes
Super
sense.
created a
Massive.
bias. But I
Yeah.
don't think so. It's because Marshall is better.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has like I think for me personally, Nathan is a really good hero, but he's more of a basic hero like Peter Parker, like the ones that you know. But Marshall is a very complicated character, and he reminds me of Mark from Invincible because when he becomes the leader of the Viltrumites, spoiler, he becomes a completely different person. He understands the burden of legacy, and he knows he has to make choices. So he's a leader of people. You know what I mean? And Marshall has that where he's like he doesn't have a dad, right? His dad's like been absent from his life.
Yeah.
He's a problem child. He has nothing going for him. So to give him this power, I think it shows that like he's a much more complicated person, but I think there is goodness inside him. But I think, like you said, he's impulsive, he's angry. Nathan is more calm, he's collected, he's smarter in the moment, like he thinks things through. But Marshall's just like punch first, ask questions later. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I use the reference. Nathan is Hal Jordan.
That's
Marshall
perfect.
is Guy Gardner.
That's perfect.
Yes.
That really is perfect.
I like that.
Yeah. That's in the hardcover. They put that in the hardcover. I said that to Charlie.
Is my
Yeah,
reference.
that's perfect.
I
Yeah,
love that.
no,
I love that.
that's good.
I'm glad you guys didn't give Marshall a bowl cut though. His hair is perfect. Imagine Marshall like a bowl cut. You know what I'm saying? It would look terrible.
Yeah.
But I know. I think you guys did amazing. We have just 2 or 3 more questions from audience, so I'll just go through them real quick. 2 of them are similar. So the first one is from Tritachyon the Third, and he's asking, and this is for both of you, of course. What was your approach to the visual identity of the book? More specifically, the mix between superheroes like Power Rangers and tokusatsu-inspired elements and the more traditional superhero comic books.
Como você conseguiu misturar o visual do Tokusatsu com um quadrinho um visual mais tradicional americano, assim?
Não, primeiro eu sempre amei Tokusatsu, até hoje eu amo, e não sei, eu gosto, eu literalmente gosto das duas coisas. Eu adoro design de personagem anos 60, 70, por exemplo, Omak, tá ligado? Omak é um design que eu amo de paixão, assim. Ao mesmo tempo que eu gosto dos designs novos e modernos, e eu amo Tokusatsu. Então, as duas coisas já estão na minha mente. Já gostava das duas coisas. E juntar elas foi desafiador, mas foi fácil, assim. Mas foi um caminho longo até chegar ao design do Raidant Black.
Yeah, he said that since he's always been a fan of Tokusatsu, he loves it until today. And also the designs of characters of the 60s, Omak, he loves the design of Omak. Jack Kirby.
Omak, like one-man army corps? That Omak? Like the DC Omak? Oh my god, dude, you are a legend.
Design.
I love that, man.
So
That's
cool.
amazing. That's a deep cut, bro.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Wow.
So it was easy for him to adapt both because he was also a fan of American comics. I think, as I said, here in Brazil, we have a lot of influences from very different cultures, and we consume everything, European, Japanese, and on television and everything. So we mix everything up and it creates something like
a gente
Brazilian.
assiste
I don't.
série em
Yeah.
Eduardo. A gente
Hã?
assistia séries Tokusatsu japonesa desde criança, né, cara?
Yeah, we had Tokusatsu here since we were kids. Does Tokusatsu enters US with Power Rangers, or do you guys had the Jaspion and
And
the
Changeman.
Changeman? Do you guys had
Ultra
these when you were
I
kids?
have no idea. When we were kids as Arabs, like because I'm from the Middle East, Ali's from the Middle East.
Yeah.
He's from Egypt. So we at least for us, it was more things like Grandizer, like that kind of stuff.
Messenger.
Yeah, Mazinger, like that kind of
Ah,
stuff.
nice.
Yeah.
So you guys also consume a lot of different,
Oh, definitely.
different
Japanese
cultures.
stuff?
Even
Yeah.
even my dad used to watch
Yeah.
that stuff too. Like not just
The,
me.
the Japanese pop culture is the best. I think everywhere in the world, there's an agreement,
Yeah.
like mentally, subconsciously, that the Japanese pop culture is the best.
Yeah.
Right? Like
You guys know Jaspion?
Jaspion, do you guys know it?
Jaspion.
No,
It
no,
sounds so
no.
familiar. Hold on.
Is
Jaspion.
the more
sounds familiar. Yeah.
Jaspion is
It's
the
so
more
good.
reference by the
That's-
eyes of Raidant Black.
Mm.
Because Jaspion
He's the
used
reference, yeah.
Oh, I
It's
see.
the-
I see.
The visor,
Oh,
black
cool.
visor, and into the visor is the eyes.
Radiant Black eyes are inspired by
Cool.
Jaspion.
Yeah.
Jaspion
I see
is a reference by Raidant Black.
Very
And he
cool.
had a lightsaber. Jaspion
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
lightsaber. Yeah, and a
Raidant
giant
Black,
robot. Yeah.
One day.
no, but in the first design, he have a gun, right?
He would have a
Oh.
gun, Radiant
Yeah,
Black.
yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. But the Kyle don't like it. Kyle
Good.
say,
Okay. Good. Yeah.
yeah.
Fair.
It's more a no one thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. No,
And-
that's an amazing answer. I like that.
He asks, "What was the most challenging aspect of the favorite panel to draw?"
Mas
Qual que é o seu painel favorito na. Painel favorito na. Qual a sua cena favorita do.
the more the more is under
Mhm.
right? You know, Kyle. You know, Kyle design unique, just it.
Make
Good.
something awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I draw Sam a lot of on day I tired I will draw just I draw this concept, Radiant concept, and I send to Kyle, and I think, he don't like it, and I will sleep, and he and Kyle saw the concept and say, yeah, just it. Yeah.
Wow.
This guy is ours, Raidant Black. So
Wow.
You
Yeah.
want
So
to know?
happy.
You want to know what's so funny? In the hardcover, Kyle actually talks about that story. And do you know where he was when he got the text from you? He was in my city at the comic.
Yeah.
yeah,
He was here.
Crazy, dude.
That's so
Here.
funny.
It's
That's
crazy. It's like,
hilarious.
what? That's
Wow.
I could not believe that. I was like, what? He was literally here. I was at the convention he was at, but he wasn't at his booth because he was watching the fucking Chicago Bears play. So, which is hilarious. Like, but yeah, I
Oh,
can't
cool.
believe that.
That's
It's
That's
crazy,
super
man.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I
so it's
remember
like-
when he sent it to me, because Marcelo never sent me anything, just Kyle.
wow.
I,
Uh,
I'm very recluse. I'm timid.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a bastard. That's what you are. But
That's why he likes 001 so
Yeah.
much. He's always
Yeah.
on his own. He's a lone wolf. You know what I'm saying?
I always see it just on the Dropbox. When they put on the Dropbox of the Radiant Black, then I see it. Or when Kyle sends me, oh, did Marcelo show you that page, or did Marcelo show you the concept? No, Marcelo doesn't show me anything. Then
I
Kyle
love that,
shows me.
though. What you guys, when you guys were talking about that, about how like you both motivate each other, it reminds me a lot of what Jim Lee and like you guys were talking about the Image Comics creators, the founders, like Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Rob Liefeld, when they were all in the studio, that's how they were competitive. Like they would look at each other and be like, "Oh my God, he's so good. I need to be better." So they would all make each other better by just wanting to be the best. So I think there's a little bit of that kind of motivational competition between the two of you where you see each other's work and you're like, wow, he's so good, I want to be better, I want to be as good, so let me push myself. So it's really nice to see that. It's like a good positive energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. We have a lot of fun together.
Good.
When Marcelo humiliates my work by doing his tricks.
No.
Then I have to raise the bar, to get closer. But that's
you're
it. We
both
are
amazing.
always trying.
You guys
to
are spoiling us. We're getting spoiled.
Yeah, you guys are both
reach the
amazing.
bar,
Like, anyways, guys, we've taken up so much of your time. Thank you so much for joining us here. Before we let you guys go, we just want to show you guys two more things. I mean, this is more for the audience, but let me pull it up here.
This?
So
what is this? What is this?
Is this from 30?
This for 31?
31, yeah.
Wait, what is that? What is that? Wait, let me move my shit. What is that? What is that? Hey,
Bash this up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
love watching your process. It's so cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Going on some dates.
Glad is some
That's
of
great.
the beats.
Oh, that's so good.
So good. So good. Oh my God.
I do most of the panels on. Yeah, good that in Portuguese. You guys will have to translate if you want to understand it.
That's so funny.
We'll screenshot the shit. We'll
I do mostly on digital, but I like to make the thumbnails on ball pen. Because it's a more loose process.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
Tell Michael, like, I don't know what you guys like are okay with showing, but in the future hardcovers, if you want to include those, like if that's okay, like I think you should, because everything you guys put in the current hardcover is amazing. Like it's one of the best hardcovers I own in my collection. I told the guys the first day I got it, I read the whole thing in one sitting, the whole backpack. I was just so into it. Yeah, you guys killed it. But before, let me show you guys this.
I think Michael asked a bit of these thumbnails of these boards with layouts.
Notice Marcelo's not smiling anymore. Marcelo's like, fuck this guy.
Marcelo did some adjustments on this cover also. Mine was darker when I did the colors. It was darker and had more blue, but Marcelo make it work better for printing, I guess. I think mine would be too dark.
The lighting here is incredible.
Pops.
Like it like brings your eyes to the focal point, which I think is amazing. It's incredible, man. Like I can't wait. This is a very nice cover, by the way. It's very different, which I really appreciate. Like it's completely different than Catalyst War covers.
I think Eduardo draw Marshall better with me.
Is his favorite character?
Yeah.
Because I love
him. Eduardo's Marshall is the better Marshall.
I'm not gonna take sides. I see what you're trying to do, but I will say I love Eduardo's Marshall. That's why I'm just like,
it is great.
It
is so good.
The essential of Marshall.
So I just want to ask one last question. So I see here it's just Eduardo's name. So is he doing this issue, or are you doing it as well?
That's just me on 31.
Okay. Yeah. When do you know when Marcelo will come back? Not that we
are trying to. What we will try to do. The plan is to bank issues until we get back in January.
in this time como que eu estou desenhando?
Marcelo is drawing
Drawing covers and concepts and new characters. Yeah.
Ooh,
January,
okay,
I will be back.
okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying
That's
is
super cool.
Marcelo's cooking something. That's what you're saying.
Marcelo
Okay.
is the mastermind behind everything. Every
Oh, man.
visual you see has Marcelo's touch on it. You know.
Yeah, it's
Right here.
This one killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed
I
it.
have it behind me, but let me tell you guys. So why did we bring this cover up? First of all, to bask in the glorious imagery by this amazing cover by Marcelo Costa. Holy shit, like amazing. Wow. But we have one of these to give away. So we bought an extra one to give away to some lucky winner. So what do you have to do? Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. What we'll do is we'll post a short on our channel with the instructions on how to enter the giveaway. And yeah, we'll give one away. So if you're interested in the Radiant Black hardcover, which is, by the way, the best way to read this book is as big as an omnibus. Like, it's literally the same height as an omnibus. Yeah, it's almost as thick as an omnibus. It's like over 500 pages. So
people are doing comparisons, and the pages look a lot thicker. Like, it's definitely it's great quality.
Beautiful.
It's
awesome
book.
It's the best way to read Radiant Black.
Yeah.
Best way to read Radiant Black. Like, best way. So if anyone's interested, stay keep an eye out on our channel. We're going to be giving away a copy of this. We already did buy an extra one and everything, and we're going to be giving away a copy of the reprint that Eduardo showed at the beginning of the stream, or maybe that was before we recorded, but it's the one that collects 30 and 35 together in one issue.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, exactly. That one right there. We're also going to be giving that away. So keep an eye out on our channel, guys. Tons of cool Radiant Black things to give away. And then thank you so much, guys. Marcelo, Eduardo, thank you so much for taking the time today. We really appreciate you guys.
I just want to say real quick, congratulations to Michael and Kyle, because this omnibus is beautiful.
Yes.
It was touching.
More of an absolute.
Yeah, it was so cool to receive this in my home and go around the pages and then I was like, oh, I'm so proud to be a part of this. And thank you, Marcelo, for letting me in too on this. But it's cool to because when you get this book, and you're like, whoa, it's been like it's just huge. The first year, this is crazy,
Yes, it really is.
It really weighs on you, it's cool.
It's very cool. And that's putting it lightly. Guys, buy this book. It was half off. Excuse me. The first day it came out was half off on in-stock trades. So they were selling it for half off. So many people got it. I don't know if the sale's still on. We linked it on our YouTube. So go buy this book. It's amazing. And if you want them to make more, so many of you guys like, oh my God, make more hardcovers. You want more? Buy this book. If it sells well, they'll make more. We'll get amazing back matter. Everyone's been complimenting Michael's designs. Every person I know that got this book has been talking about how beautifully designed it is and how much amazing back matter is in it. Anyways, guys, again, thank you so much, Marcelo, Eduardo. And again, especially thank you to Eduardo for taking the time to translate and everything. We really appreciate it. We've been wanting to meet and talk to Marcelo for so long.
Yeah.
And it's a dream come true for us.
Yeah.
Marcelo, we love your work, man. We can't see what you're going to do in the future. Same to you, Eduardo.
Marcelo is a hermit. He doesn't like to appear on podcast.
Yeah. Marcelo, we're gonna get you back whether you like it or not. We're gonna get you back in the future, man.
Yeah, he had to be here, man.
Yeah, you have to be here, man.
You use in Chicago C2A2 in next year. Yeah, I think I will too.
Oh. Yeah, I hope.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay,
we'll have to see the date, but hopefully we can make it. It's not too far, but closer for me and Ali. But
I will try Eduardo to C2. But
C2A2, it's when next year?
Yeah,
probably like June, May, isn't it somewhere like
it was August, but it changed, right?
It's different.
It's usually around the summer, right? It's usually around the summer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
April.
It's
April 11th to the
13th.
13th.
April.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
try.
That'd be cool.
I'm not gonna lie. We'll try. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you guys for calling us.
Oh
Thank
no,
you.
thank you, man. We will definitely have you guys on again in the future, 100%. As a matter of
Nice.
fact, I don't want to wait so long. I think we were shy. Like, you know what's funny? We interviewed Eduardo a long time ago, and then instead of interviewing him again, because we're so shy, we don't like won't reach out or anything. We played Helldiver. We played
Oh
Helldiver. We spread democracy with Eduardo before we talk to him again about the book. So we won't.
And
we won't-
I'm
we won't
still
do it that
spreading democracy. You
I
guys
know.
are
I see it.
Love
I
traitors.
it,
see it.
love
I
it.
know. We gotta
Yeah.
get back on the shit, man.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
Every time, I always feel bad. I'm on FIFA and I see Eduardo. He's on Helldiver.
I'll make you guys face the wall. You know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So
Already got that emote.
We'll,
Just like that.
we'll get you back on earlier. Let's try. What we'll
All
do
right.
is we'll get you back on after 31 comes out. So that way we
Okay.
have something to talk about. Yeah, because man, we got to talk to Eduardo more. Everyone loves talking to Eduardo. Same thing with Marcelo. We'll get you back on, of course. We had such a great time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much, and everyone. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you to our patrons. I want to say a big shout out to Noah. Congratulations, you just got married. Big step for you, buddy.
Wow.
Congratulations. Yeah, huge
Congrats,
things.
dude.
Yeah, guys, thank you so
Congratulations,
much. Oh,
And thank
even
you
Eduardo
guys
said-
for the work you're doing and talking about the book and spreading the word about the book. We really appreciate you guys doing that. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
of
It's a
course.
joy
Thank
for
you.
us.
Thank you.
It's a joy.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Thanks
a
a
joy.
lot.
We love the book so much. Yeah, and hopefully we'll meet you guys one day and we'll get you to sign our hardcovers. Because
Sure.
that's what I need in my life. Anyways, thank you guys so much, everyone. Make sure you check out the hardcover. It's one of the best I own in my entire collection. I have a lot of hardcovers, and we'll see you next time. Stay radiant.